Chapter 13, Mishnah 8. We have learned previously that when two co-wives fall for Yibum from one brother, the Yibum or Chalitza done with one of them exempts her co-wife as well. The Mishnah discusses how this law is applied to cases where there is a rabbinic marriage, and one or both of the co-wives fall for Yibum only on a rabbinic level. The Mishnah begins with a case where both co-wives had the same type of rabbinic marriage. If a man was married to two underage orphan girls, and he died without children, so that both girls now fall to his brother for Yibum, the cohabitation or Chalitza of one of the wives with the Yavam exempts her co-wife from Yibum or Chalitza, and frees her to remarry without first receiving one of these herself. Since these girls both have the same type of rabbinic marriage with their husband, they are both underage orphans, they both have the same level of Yibum bond. Therefore, they are just like two co-wives that are married on a biblical level, where one is exempted through the Yibum or Chalitza of the other. The same law applies to two deaf mutes who fall together as co-wives. Since they too have the same type of rabbinic marriage, Yibum with one of them exempts the other. The Mishnah now discusses a case where both marriages are rabbinic, but they are not the same type of rabbinic marriage. If one of the co-wives is an underage orphan and the other is a deaf mute, so that both of their marriages are rabbinic, but they are not both the same type of rabbinic marriage, then cohabitation with one of them does not exempt her co-wife. Since in this case their rabbinic marriages are not the same type, it is possible that one of them had a legally stronger marriage than the other, and she therefore has a stronger Yibum obligation than her co-wife. Therefore, the Yibum done with one does not exempt the other. The Mishnah now considers a case where one marriage is biblical and the other is only rabbinic. If one of the co-wives is a normal woman whose marriage is a biblical marriage, and the other is a deaf mute who has only a rabbinic marriage, then cohabitation with the normal wife, which is a Yibum on the biblical level, exempts the deaf mute wife whose Yibum bond is only rabbinic. Since the biblical Yibum bond is stronger than the rabbinic one, Yibum with that co-wife clearly exempts the rabbinic co-wife. But cohabitation with the deaf mute wife does not exempt the normal wife. Since that act of Yibum is only a rabbinic act because she is bound for Yibum only on a rabbinic level, it cannot exempt the normal wife who requires Yibum or Chalitza under biblical law. Another case where one marriage is biblical and the other is rabbinic. Similarly, if one co-wife is an adult with a biblically recognized marriage and the other is an underage wife with a rabbinic marriage, cohabitation with the adult wife exempts the underage co-wife as well. Since the Yibum of the adult wife is biblically effective, it can exempt the underage co-wife who is bound for Yibum only by rabbinic law. But cohabitation with the underage wife does not exempt the adult wife. Since the Yibum of the underage orphan is only rabbinically effective, it cannot exempt the adult co-wife who is bound for Yibum under biblical law.